But yeah, I guess the with Zeal and all that, just the tragedy of that just kind of just sparks off so many different things. It's just kind of wild how, you start in 1000 AD and know absolutely nothing about all these historical events, and then you just land right in the middle of them. But the more I think about it with the epic and its ability to traverse time, it would have to have some way of creating a gate. And I don't exactly know what that means. And technically, since the gates stopped working, in the end of the game, that the epic shouldn't be able to time travel. But depending on the ending you get, it implies that you're off to rescue. Anyway, are you all right? Where have you been? I heard you were abducted. We had soldiers searching for you. Scoundrel, you're the one, huh? Kidnapping Princess Nadia. No, Chronos. Admit it, you confused her and tried to take over the throne. Terrorist! Okay, George W. That is a good question. I thought that the announcements for the streams and stuff were done by the people running the event, so that's why I just mentioned it in the room just to confirm, because I was late starting. So yeah, I'm guessing there was no other posting for it. Oh yeah. Go ahead. Thank you. I would appreciate it, because, like I said, I wasn't entirely sure what to do or what to say and to whom. This is like the first time I've streamed with voice and video chat for this long, so it's I'm still planning to go for at least another half hour to hour, depending if my voice holds out. Well, and right now we've got a legal drama, and who doesn't love that, right? CSI Guardia. The lawyer Pierre. Oh, nice French. Members of the court, we now bring forth the defendant Chrono, who is charged with abducting Princess however you pronounce her name. Nadia? That's gonna drive me crazy. What shall we do with him? Fire, perhaps? Hang him upside down for a few years? Or shall we employ the guillotine? You, the jury, shall decide his fate. Now, let us begin. Chrono, you are hereby ordered to tell the truth. Chrono is charged with premeditated abduction of royalty. The question is, did he kidnap Princess Nadia? The answer? No, he did not. In fact, no abduction took place. The two met completely by accident. In fact, the princess asked Chrono if she could join him. Is this true? Who actually started this whole mess? Just as I suspected, the defendant deliberately tried to get near the princess. Ouch, that hurt. The princess then innocently followed you to Luca's little sideshow, whereupon you both disappeared. If that wasn't chronal abduction, I don't know what is. And I have facts that throw the defendant's character into question. Objection. This can't have any relevance whatsoever to this case. Care to respond, Chancellor? Chrono's character is at the very core of this case. We have nothing to hide. We have a witness, a little girl who will vouch for the character of the defendant. And this, my friends, is why you should always rescue lost cats. Besides, being the right thing to do. Thank you for being so kind. Always. I always have to rescue the cat. It drives me crazy if I forget, because he looks just so much like the first cat I ever had as a kid. How about that? Doesn't this young man deserve a medal? Whew, looks like they're buying it. Well, you gotta love when your lawyer tells you that in the middle of a case. The issue here is motive. Was there any motive for this fine citizen to kidnap Princess Nadia? No, there was none. Zip, silch. What about ransom? Chrono, her fortune did tempt you, did it not? No? Are you sure? You really weren't tempted? Not at all. That's enough. I have no more questions. It is evident that my client is a fine, noble young man. Your Honor, the defense rests. Members of the jury, if he's guilty, stand to the left. If innocent, stand to the right. Woo! Yes! Oh, not bad, not bad. So far, so good. Ooh. Nice. Not guilty. Oh my gosh, did I get like a full... Nice. I don't know if I've ever managed to pull off getting everybody, because there's usually something I screw up. A verdict has been reached. The verdict is not guilty. But the fact remains that even if he did not kidnap her, he ran off with her. 3 days solitary confinement as punishment. Take him away. Now, just a darn minute. Princess! Princess? Princess. That's enough, my dear. But father... All I asked was for you to behave like a princess. Even royalty must obey rules. Leave the rest up to the Chancellor, and forget about the events in town. We're leaving. I love how amazingly dramatic this music is. For, you know, his 3 days of solitary confinement. Pretty scenic prison, if nothing else. This terrorist has tried to overthrow our kingdom. He has been found guilty, and you must now carry out his sentence. So this is the monster who kidnapped the princess. The execution is 3 days away. Do not let him out of your sight. Yeah, exactly, Drake. You gotta love it, you know. Execution? Strange, but I don't seem to recall hearing anything about an execution. What? How dare you question me? The paperwork's probably just been held up in the system. Well, that's lovely. Good to know that Guardia's ready to execute people without even the basic paperwork. Take the prisoner away. Whack. Just one of those days, man. One of those days. Let's see. Alright, so we left We're back, and now the chapter, the trial. Let's see. What do I have here? Some sympathizers brought that stuff for you, you lousy felon. Got one... Wait, so that's my support in the food they gave was a bottle of ether? What is with this game in this world with like ether is like everywhere, like every 5 steps there's ether. Pipe down. Pipe down. Knock it off. Oh, I'll show him. Open it up. Oof. That's what you get for misbehaving. Wait. They didn't take my sword away? That's kind of wild. I don't know if that's... Wow. Starting to get the feeling that Guardia is being ran like the state of Florida. Alright, so... Actually, hold on. You know, it actually, when Chrono is drinking that, it looks like he's holding one of the Esper like stones from Final Fantasy VI. So I guess it is some super powered juice right there. Alright. What of you? Boop. Well, I wouldn't say he passed out so much as blunt force trauma to the back of the head, but, you know, tomato, tomato. More ether. Ooh, mid-tonic. More tonic. And more ether. Man, this game is, like, encouraging, like, drinking of unknown substances. So you're the escaped con. Alright, let's see. 72. It's not too bad. Omnicron. Omnicron. Wow. Wait, crone, like an old woman? I'm confused. They don't pay me enough for this, he says, running away. You know, I kind of have always gotten Castlevania vibes of the way that the mountains and the way that they've got the castle turrets set up. Just kind of waiting for Simon Belmont to pop out of somewhere. Okay, that's working. That's semi-working. Well, I mean, he's also wearing, like, probably a good 200 pounds worth of plate mail. I mean, that stuff is crazy. You know, and he already only has one eye, so, you know, he's been through something. The prisoner's escaping! Oh no! I mean, call me crazy, but, you know, when you see someone who's able to just jump in the air and swing around their sword like that, and you're getting paid minimum wage, I just don't think this is a job worth dying for. I mean, or I guess it's like one of those jobs where, you know, it's your passion is the only reason why you take it. So remember, Chrono, if you end up marrying a princess, make sure to focus on criminal justice reform. That's a big one. That makes me laugh and smile more than it probably should. Whoop. You know, one of the things I love about this song is that, like, um, the chorus, I think, has like a xylophone solo in it or something equivalent. Poor kid. Help me. Why, of course. You're a lifesaver. I'm Fritz. My dad runs a store in Truce Village. Stop by if you're in the area. Now, if you remember, right before I came here, there was a woman at uh, the ferry that was saying that her boyfriend was missing and he had gotten somehow into trouble, and so we just saved him. So, go us, right? You know, gives you all those warm and fuzzy feelings. Or that could just be heartburn. I'm not entirely sure which. There we go. Now that's how you do some sword technique. It does look like a fire hose. I have never stopped to appreciate what that actually is. And hey, if it's a whip, that goes back to my theory about this being the castle from Castlevania, right? You know, Dracula's castle. I mean, clearly there's no other reason to have a whip than, you know, having a vampire slayer around. Absolutely. Ready for the Belmonts and ready to, you know, throw down with any others who show up. But speaking of vampires, the movie Renfield that came out last year, it is rough, but it's one of those movies that's kind of so bad it's good. So, you know, apropos of nothing. Right? I mean, why would you want? Yeah, I mean, they're just, you know, evil geniuses. The problem is they have hubris. They, you know, they've been successful for so long they just can't fathom things not working out the way they want to. Would be my guess. Because yeah, I know that if I'm a vampire, I'm going to want to stay away from whips, sunlight, anyone named Belmont, and anyone named Blade. All right. Next one. Whoops, that was already open. Silly me. Okay. Time to do something gloriously stupid and scale the building. Woo! Alright. One shelter. Just what I always wanted. Yeah, thank you. The first time I clipped between the two shields was a complete accident, and earlier, just a little while ago, I completely forgot that you could do that. I just very luckily had to have happened to have the dumb luck to have it line up perfect. Ah, crud. I don't know. I forgot that you got a load sword here. Oh well. You can never have too many swords to throw at someone. Or stab, I suppose. Or slice. Okay, so you can't go sideways, so just go. Line up the shot. Alright, here we go. Alright, run, 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 run. I ran so far away. The prisoner's escaping! Why, that... yeah. All right. Help! Oh, you gotta love Luca. Neck of time. Thank you for showing up. Gee, it looks like you didn't need my help after all. Let's blow this joint. I completely forgot you could steal stuff from the poor knocked out guy. A top secret document has been left behind the floor? Left behind on the floor. Whatever. Care to read it? To the prison supervisor. The Dragon Tank Owner's Manual. The tank had repairs body damage and contains a shield that prevents damage by lightning and fire. Unless the head can be defeated, the tank is unbeatable. Guardia R&D. Alright. Don't think I have new equipment for Luca. Yeah, okay. And... yeah, I'd be very interested to look and see if there is any official explanation given for the epic's ability, because you know it's you know really cool. Right. I mean, I know. I believe there was also suggestions that Lavos had something to do with the way that the gates appeared. So I kind of like the ambiguity a bit, because you know, like, it's, you know, it makes sense that the planet wanted to protect itself, but then at the same time, the fact that, you know, if Lavos was in fact responsible, he basically authored his own demise. It just took a spunky group of teenagers, a robot, a talking frog, and crazy dude with a scythe. Forward, Dragon Tank. Crush those rebels. Nice. Shoot. Okay, not as bad as it could have been. If it actually hit the right target, that would help. Yeah, I mean, it's like Chrono Cross. I mean, because of the dimensional aspect of it, in my brain, there is, or at least my head canon, there's one reality where you didn't have Chrono Cross unfurl the way it did, because honestly, the way that it practically killed everybody off screen kind of like irked me the wrong way. I appreciate them wanting to do something new and different, and in ways it feels like Chrono Cross and Chrono Trigger, you know, belong together, but just I don't know. There's just, I would have hoped for slightly different than what we ended up getting, but, still, it has one of the best soundtracks ever. And, even for the time and even today, it's still a very beautiful game. I think one of the main plot things that drove me batty with Chrono Cross was the revelation that anytime you go travel through time and you change anything, no matter what, it causes billions of people to be just like put in eternal darkness where they're cognitive and conscious, and so it's basically hell. And it's just like, okay, well, that kind of takes the wind out of my steps. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like I know for sure that Luca was supposed to be dead, and then Chrono and Marl, I believe, were supposed to somehow die because a small port town invaded their kingdom, and I guess they just got a bunch of lucky shots off. I'm not really sure. And I believe Robo was because of the oh gosh, what do you call it? The one of the locations there, like that implied that Robo also had died. So Ayla, I think, is the only one, and Magus are the only two where there isn't like at least some hinting at. And to what you said, Drake, and in a way, I kind of appreciate when creators are willing to take what's considered their masterpiece and be willing to do something different. Oh, how sweet. Thank you, guys. I appreciate your help. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Right. Yeah. Yeah, that... I have not played Chrono Cross in forever, and the plot is incredibly dense, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, mind you, but at times it definitely was not the easiest thing to follow. Oh snap. Wrong way. Wrong way. Whoops. Run away. Keep on running. There you go. That's the spirit. They're escaping. Why, yes, yes, we are. Yeah, no need to apologize. I mean, like I said, Chrono Cross is like plot-wise, I don't care as much for it. It's still objectively good in its own ways, and I do appreciate creators who want to push themselves and do something different. I mean, I'd rather have a story that I feel strongly emotionally about in saying that I don't care for it versus things being so mediocre that I was just kind of like, whatever. Because to me, that whole thing is that's what you need to be afraid of as a storyteller. Because at least if you're irritating your fans, that means that they're taking your work seriously. But anyway, this is my friend. Show him your respect. But. Can't you take orders? You tell him, girl. Hold it right there. Grumble, grump, 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 grumble, grump, grump. King Guardia the 31st. Father? Silence, Princess Nadia. The throne comes before your personal wishes. Just because I have a title doesn't mean I'm not a person. You pick up strange ideas venturing outside. I didn't pick up anything. It's called common sense. Yeah. Princess! I despise you. I'm leaving. And somehow throws her dress off and is already changed. Here we go. Well, hey. Interested in another Eden? I've heard of another Eden, and I keep meaning to give it a shot, so that does interest me. Come on, Chrono. Let's run. Don't just stand there. After them. Grumble, grumble, grump, grump, grumble, grumble, grump, grump, grumble. Princess. Sad face. There they are. Don't lose them. There's no escape. Silence. Okay, buddy. Gonna run this way. Yes, sir. Looks like a dead end. A gate! Quick, somebody cue up the Doctor Who theme. We don't know where it'll take us. Who cares? This place stinks anyway. Well, you sewed me on jumping into a time gate knowing not an idea where it may go to. This is completely irrational. Hurry, Chrono. Oh well. Here we go. Moral. You know. Oh my gosh. Thomas Paine, that is funny. Could be worse. Oh, pish posh. Worse. Ah. I'm being yelled at by my dad. Clearly we could go somewhere that's better than this. Anywhere's better than this. Youch. There's no way the Chancellor can reach us here. Well, that's true at least. But where are we? No, the question is, when are we? Civilization here seems so advanced. Like we're in another world. Fair. I love that little bit so much. A strange crest is engraved here. It's sealed by some kind of power. I realize I say this about every 5 minutes, but I absolutely love this song as well. It just manages to hit like the melancholy and the darkness and the, it's perfect. Yeah, I mean, it's just, there's a reason why Chrono Trigger has its reputation, and, I mean, it's a mixture of things, but the soundtrack definitely knocks it out of the park. Let's see. Man. Go, 800 years, 1,200, 1,300 years in the future, and the best they've got is Iron Age equipment. And auto cannon. Let's see. That's a very good question. My guess, if that's like a serious question, is that in the 80s, Japan's economy, like up until the late 80s, they amazingly rebounded after World War II, but there was a ridiculously huge recession that hit because of overvalued land and real estate, if I remember correctly, and so that just like wiped out a lot, and so there was already this kind of collective damage from World War II and dealing with that legacy, coupled with, like turning around and like, suddenly, everyone, like the stock market melting down over there. And so that probably drove a lot of it, especially since, Squaresoft at this point, they were basically on the border of being, like closed down multiple times, and kept frantically trying to find distributors for their games, which is why there's like a short time there was like Squaresoft, EA in the mid-late 90s. But so if I had to guess, the whole crap sack, well done executed Worlds of Despair and Ruin has to do with just like where the writers of the game were. Kind of like how with Persona 5, that was totally inspired by just how screwed up their legal system is, and how it's, there isn't a concern for fact so much as closing cases as fast as possible. Not to say that America it doesn't, but so. Okie dokie, saving money. Find some food at Airstone to the northeast, but only if you get past Lab 16. The beasts there don't react to weapons like guns and swords. Well, lucky for us, we got a crossbow. Truce. Ha! Truce Dome, never heard of that. This is Trandome. Kingdom, what are you talking about? If you're looking for food, you lose. So kind. This is an Inertron. You get a full night's sleep in a few seconds, but it still leaves you hungry. Oh, that kind of stinks. Yeah, like, well, also, something to consider is, like, anime-wise, there is, I'm drawing blanks right now, but that also, like, there's like a lot of dark philosophical things like Neo Genesis Evangelion and a few other serious shows, and like Trigun and stuff that examine religion and philosophy, and just and being that backdrop of post World War II, and then bad stuff happening, and trying to make sense of things, because okay, can I not go down? Okay. Ghost in the Shell. Oh, absolutely, 110,000%. Like, that is kind of the beauty of the cyber. Am I doing something wrong? Why can't I go by? I think there's just some sort of glitch I'm gonna have to reset. Ugh. Dang it. Okay. Oh well, at least you can use the controller to do that. That was really weird. But yeah, that I do think that some of the influences I was talking about also really influenced Ghost in the Shell, the series, and the movies of it as well. Okay, maybe I am insane. I don't understand why. Okay, whatever. I'm overthinking it. It just glitched. But one of the things that I love about looking into the background and the influences of writing of stories of games and anime is that, people in some way, you write what you know, and even if it's in a fictional setting, you're still going to be influenced by world event. Okay, that's what the Energatron is causing it to lock up, so I can't leave. Okay, gotcha. Just don't do that then. No rest for us. No rest for the wicked. And money don't grow on trees. Alright. What's more with feeling? But I know the Ghost in the Shell live action movie with Scarlett Johansson was like did not do well, but we actually liked it. I mean, my wife has never she doesn't really watch much of anime, but between that and the Cowboy Bebop with Netflix, it was enough to kind of start getting her interested in it. I mean, and definitely the Cowboy Bebop anime had so many issues with it, but it was still fun. Which honestly, that's kind of like a lot of shows kind of forget to do that, and there's always like a fine line of wait. Oh my God, did I just wait? Did I sell the equipment I just bought? Iron suit. Okay, good. Don't mind me. I'm just losing my mind. So. Okay, awesome. But yeah, I've always kind of there were like a couple of like short anime episodes made for Chrono Trigger for promotion purposes, and none of them really deal with much plot. But I've always kind of just wished that they would have done an adaptation in that way, because if nothing else, I think it'd be kind of an entertaining look to see how they would make certain choices with story design and for presentation. All right, finally, on with the adventure. Let's see. Got some really awesome funk driving music right here. Well, funk was part of the wrong word. More of a all right. Ah, bastards. Ah! Evil little thieving rat thing. Almost as bad as the little kids are in Fallout 2. Guessing I already have one, yep. So yeah, obviously I'm not going to be able to finish Chrono Trigger tonight in one session, but I need to double check with who's running the event to see if there's any other days that were open for streaming, because I would like to play some more. But my current goal is if I don't get to stream more during this event, that I was gonna continue Chrono Trigger, and at least once or twice a week, because it's been a very long time since I've actually played this game, and since it's one of the perfect RPGs out there, that it'd be fun to revisit. But yeah, I'm probably at least another 10 to 20 minutes, or at least to where I can, or at least when I can save. Just my throat is starting to kind of give out a little bit. All right. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. All right. Yay, spinning fire. Yay, level up. Yay. Alright. Should just be one more screen and then I'm out of here. I think that's gonna work. Oh, okay, so techs do work, okay. It's just regular attacks that are completely ineffective. Experience points, 3 tech points, 150 gold, and a level up. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, even more of these guys. Alright. Bam. 3 more shadows down. Alright. Excuse me. Alright. Alright. 1 mutant down. Nice. Alright. and out of that awful, awful place that I hate. We... Okay. Well, I hate to call it, but I think I should go ahead and stop here. It's been a bit of a crazy day, and I still got a couple of more things to do before I go to bed. But thank you so much for joining. It's been a blast. Having you guys interact with me definitely made this a lot more fun. And I'm going to reach out to, I think it's Kate, who is running the Fun Fest. There we go. That's the word. And see if there's any other day in the next week or two where there's a spot for streaming, because it was a blast. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, Drake. So, you and Daybreak, I hope y'all have a good evening, and I will catch y'all on the forum and Discord. So, have a good night.